Two things. yo,
What's the first topic?
Well, first on my because I had a couple people ask me how the whole two things started. I forgot who it was. But actually, I remember you said something. You thought I got it from
2 Chainz.
Yeah, 2 Chainz. And you know what's crazy is when you told me that, I never realized. I mean, obviously I heard 2 Chainz shit plenty of times, but I never even realized that it was so similar. Like when he say 2 Chainz, yeah, I never realized.
I'm like, he definitely.
That's never once crossed my mind. And you know what's crazy because I don't even I like 2 Chainz, but I don't. It's he's not somebody I listen to like that. That crazy, but I never even realized it was that similar. But anyway. Honestly, the 2 things really just came from I realized in conversation, just talking, just having a regular conversation with people, I always end up at some point saying 2 things. You know, and I always go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like your little rundown in your mind where you break shit down.
And that's the thing, a lot of people say that shit. A lot of people say 2 things when they talking. You know, it's so crazy because it's I didn't say the 2 things so crazy now. Like when I'm just trying to just say it regular, I feel like that wants to come out.
That's how the brand works.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that situation I just seen that shit on Instagram the other day with this white girl, the back of a was cuffed. She was in the back of the police car.
Yeah.
Somehow she gets out of her cuffs and somehow she gets to the AR-15 rifle they had in the joint.
I seen that. I seen that joint.
Right.
Yeah, that joint was nuts.
Yo.
She had a long time to get that joint from.
I'm like, yo, first of all, how'd she get out of her cuffs? And then they said she had to break in the lockbox or some shit that was in there. I don't know, but.
No, I definitely, it was when I seen that, I felt like more women need to be locked up. Because women do dumb shit all the time and they don't get killed fast. They don't get locked up.
You know, of course, I mean, and so I gotta bring in the race shit because we all know if that was some
white woman,
dog. She shot. I think she hit somebody. So my thing was, and then I forget how long they said it took for them to, because she barricaded herself basically in the car.
Yeah,
and but my thing is, dog, we all know if that was a nigga in that joint.
No, they would shot the whole joint up.
They would.
That should have been that training day.
Dog, they would have went. That should have been 500 rounds. They would have just dumped in that car.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They wouldn't give a fuck.
Not at all.
Yeah, it was just
whether it was a black dude or a black chick, they would have let loose in that joint, dog.
Yeah.
Because she actually hit somebody. She hit I think she hit the officer. She hit somebody. I seen the little clip. I seen the little video clip. But it's so how, and that's the thing that bothers me is the fact because we see shit like that. And then they all, everybody always try to say oh, well, nah, you know what I mean? Why you always got involved race? Dog, cause we know if that was a black guy in that car, they would have literally just dumped in that wheel. Yeah. No problem. No hesitation.
Yeah.
So what made them, that's the thing that bothers me is what made y'all, and she hit somebody. It's not like somebody got shot. What made, and it's y'all don't fear for your life in this situation? But you dumping on everybody else that's either don't have no gun, people that don't have nothing on them, running away.
Yeah.
But you don't dump on this lady who literally got an AR-15 rifle and hit somebody and in the wheel. I don't know. That joint's crazy, dog.
No, I seen it.
Dog. I couldn't believe that shit. But whatever, you know what I'm saying? That shit happens all the time. They always, for some reason, spear white women.
Well, because they white women.
Yeah, they always spear.
White America, and women already being held to a pedestal. So it's yo, you're the top of the top.
Yeah, yeah. But that and then the other I was on this couple for the past really 2 weeks that car accident joint in LA.
Oh yeah. I seen that late. I didn't want to see it because when niggas was talking about the car. It looked like she purposely killed all these people. When I seen it, it didn't look that bad. It didn't look bad. It was like a bullet.
No, it hit
right. It hit a few cars.
It looked like it was.
It looked like she could. Well, she did survive. It looked like everyone survived.
No,
maybe that one car exploded.
Listen, it looked like, and my man Smooth said that. Shout out to Smooth. He said it looked like it was a missile shot out. That's what it looked
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
It looked like somebody
like a
shot
bullet.
missile.
Yeah, it was literally like
That's how fast Shorty was going.
I thought maybe they fast forwarded it. I'm like,
But
no, she was going.
was hard ass in LA. But listen, but no, the crazy shit is this was before it all came out, like exactly what happened, whatever. But when I first seen it and I watched it, and I watched that clip probably like 50 times. But after the second or third time I watched it, I automatically knew like Shorty did that on purpose. Like I felt like Shorty tried to commit suicide for sure. And initially, that's what ended up coming out about it, is that she tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, I mean,
what I'm saying,
yeah, it's another.
I don't know if you follow. I don't know if you saw that it did come out that she tried to commit suicide.
I heard it from you on your 2thangs.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're the media, so when I just took like I ain't gonna look no further. He told me she tried.
It might not be true, but I told you.
Sources say 2thangs.
No, but that's what came about. First it said,
was she white?
No, black John.
Oh yeah, man, she getting death row.
Like, yeah, no, yeah, it is. But see, that's what I'm saying. So,
like the other lady, like
2 things. That's my thing. So one is
she was black and wanted to commit suicide.
Yeah, she deserves to get, because she intentionally was driving that fast and intentionally had no regards about stopping at a red light. Obviously,
yeah.
So she deserved to get whatever the hell they throw at her. But 2. My thing is, if she was white, I feel like, she still obviously was gonna get something. But I feel like they, again, man, they ain't gonna throw, like you just said. What you say as soon as I said she was black? He's like, oh, they're gonna throw the book at her.
No,
you know what I mean?
If she was white, she was gonna get something. What?
Gonna get something, yeah.
Let me think about what that chick that killed her black boyfriend. Did she get time?
Not yet.
Yeah, they delay that shit forever too.
Of course. Listen.
Yo, she did 10 years, but no real time, but she be living chilling.
They just put a video clip out of her attacking him in the elevator. I don't know why shit keep happening in elevators. What the fuck is up with elevators?
Yeah, because people think they're alone.
Yeah.
They think there's no cameras in there, so they think like no one's going to definitely see this shit.
So she didn't get charged initially with nothing when the shit first happened.
Yeah.
It was self-defense. And she was already catching hell because like literally after like Bull died, like people was catching her like out like at a bar drinking like the next day and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, and posting that shit. But now recently what just came out was like they just released a video clip of her in the elevator and literally like throwing blows at Bull. And Bull
I seen it.
You saw that, right?
I seen it.
And you see what he doing. He just trying to get her to fucking chill. Like it's one part where like he like kind of hold her, grab her, but the whole time he's just pushing her to fuck off for her. Like, yo, like,
yeah, here's the thing, like domestic violence, people look at that like, but that's not a sign of anything because that's how we all are in relationships. We might not all be that violent, but they kind of excuse that like,
right?
They probably had a moment, so we can't say that's the nature of a killer.
Right.
Until killing happens.
Right.
For women.
Right.
It's not like that for men.
Right. Nah.
If a man do some shit like that, they all immediately like, yo, he's going to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
A woman is just like, she's just being a woman.
Right. Right. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But it's sad though, because it's like, right, just seeing that video clip, does that mean that she...
No, she being a bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Purposely killed him? You know what I'm saying? Like intentionally.
Did she? What's her story? That she intentionally did that shit?
No, her story. What, as far as what, killing him?
The fact that she's being held for killing him. Did she said she purposely did it?
No. She's not. That's what I'm saying. Like there was no charges on her. It's not till now. They just brought charges up on her now. They never had charges on her because it was an act of self-defense. She was in a toxic relationship. He was abusive. You know what I'm saying? So. Of course, and you talking about a black guy, white girl.
Yeah, the man, I mean, even if he wasn't black, men are always the reason for the toxic behavior in the
it's always going to be, she was defending herself because it's a guy.
And he's a big black guy.
Right. So that's what, like you said, any guy, it's always going to be for the woman. It's always going to be, I was defending myself. The fact now we add in, he's a black guy.
Yeah.
Is definitely, she was definitely defending herself.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, when I first saw that story, I'm like, I don't know. I always now want to say it's blame the white girl anyway for some reason.
You said you want to blame her?
I always want to blame the white girl. Like, yeah, no, a white girl did that shit. You know what I'm saying? White, listen, and I've been saying this for a long time. I still believe it. White women tears are the most dangerous thing in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Johnny Depp know that.
White women tears are the most dangerous thing in the world. When white women start crying, get the fuck away. I'm telling you.
Would you like to date? You like to date white women?
I do. I definitely do.
Leave that shit alone.
Yeah. I definitely do. But
yeah, like, you know, it's the scariest thing. You kind of risking your life. Like, you go to sleep with a white woman next to you. You don't know what you're waking up to.
yeah. No, that's definite. But that's a new thing too. Like, it's funny because it's like,
what, the fear of the white woman?
No. That's always been there. That's always been there.
But it's a slavery.
That's always been there. I'm talking about as far as dating white jaws. You know what I mean? That's like a.
You think that's new?
Couple years for me.
Oh, for you. All right.
Yeah. No, I'm saying for me. Yeah. Couple years. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. Like, couple years. But I think the fear has always been there. I mean, I think it's always. Think about it. And I mean, because you still, like, I got homies right now that, it's crazy how our topics go from, we literally. we
still talking about white women.
Facts, but we started with that's
a white woman.
White woman with an AR-15. But
right on topic.
Right on topic. It's funny because a lot of my homies that never, mess with a white John, fuck with a white John, they always be asking me like, yo, like,
what is like
how you? No, they be like how do you talk to them? Like, what do you say to them? You know what I mean? And I think we had this conversation before, and I get it because what it is to me that's that. What it is that's that fear. You know what I'm saying? Because think about how the way we came up. Like, we wasn't around too many. I mean, besides, if you had a job, whatever, like, we wasn't around white people like that, especially white chicks.
Yeah.
And what it is that's why. Even when I was a young boy, I remember when I used to go up to Plymouth Meeting Mall all the time. We was young bulls. But it was the same thing. We was always scared to try to holler at the white John.
Yeah.
We always had that fear, but it was because it's a race thing. You know what I'm saying? We always had that fear because we like, what if they say that I said this to him or I did this to him? You know what I mean? And you fear that racist shit, like, yo, these white motherfuckers going, you know what I'm saying? They whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like, it was always a fear there. And I think even to this day, especially if you know what I mean, somebody that's never talked to or never dealt with a white John, like I said, I got homies that even still be like, yo, like, I don't, like, what do you say? Like, how do you approach them? You know what I'm saying? Like, these grown ass men, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. Like I said, it's they still have that fear of like, well, I don't want to say nothing, you know what I mean? And she, you know what I mean? Because they look at us as aggressive. And I hate that shit, man. Like,
you don't want to be looked at as aggressive.
Well, not when it comes to not when I'm dealing with when it comes to dealing with white Jones, you know what I'm saying? But I hate that, man. White people throw that shit out there all the time. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with that quite a few times with people. And that's what irritates me, because I'll be like, you might be going back and forth with somebody about something, whatever, and it could turn into like kind of an argument, right?
Yeah.
But then when I'm the one, when I'm saying my part of the side, I mean, not my part of the side, when I'm saying my side, or, expressing how I feel about it, then it's like, yo, why you being so aggressive? You know what I mean? It's like, why I gotta be aggressive? Like, you ain't say that to that person. They just, you know what I mean? They just voicing how they feel. Yeah. They got loud just like I got loud. But when I do it, it's aggressive. You know what I mean? That shit.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like,
and it happens a lot. It happens a lot, man. And I be telling people about it. And a lot of people that I hang around, because I be around a lot of white motherfuckers now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ever since I've been working out here, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that I fuck with, that I hang with, they white. And they good peoples, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes I be having to tell motherfuckers, like, look, like, you know what I'm saying? Certain things is
they waiting for your chance. The chance you blow up. Mm-hmm. They're just waiting for any moment that you just. All right, put it like this. I had this scenario where I was talking to somebody else earlier about, say, alligators, right?
Yeah, I fuck with alligators.
Yeah, I'm just using them as a sense, like, everybody's going to look at alligators to do what alligators do. Mm-hmm. And it's saying like, yo, we people. I get it. But if you only shown the Discovery Channel of alligators fucking people up,
right,
constantly, every time you hear a story about alligator, it's just always some fatal shit.
Yeah.
And so when they see a black person, like, I know it's good black people, I know it's good alligators.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know they out there, but it's like, yo, I'm not being shown more examples. That's why they be saying that the examples.
Show me the friendly alligator. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, it's funny because it's like, don't get me wrong. Like, you at the same time, you still kind of like, don't get me wrong. Like, I want you to still know that I am.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Like, there you go. You want. You want niggas to. You don't want niggas to think it's sweet.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's how we came up. That's our culture, man. That's just
our culture is to be aggressive.
Well, no, I ain't gonna say it's our culture. I'm gonna say that's just that's how we came up, man. Like if you anybody that grew up in the city in the urban community, like you have to.
So it's a poor thing.
Yeah, it is. It's
an aggressive poor thing.
Yeah. Most people, if you ain't got nobody, you definitely gonna be aggressive about shit. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like you had to, you couldn't walk around the street looking sweet. As motherfuckers attest you. We know that. We know in that sense, like just being in school. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure that goes on in the suburbs though, too. I just think that we
I don't think
you don't think niggas get bullied in the suburbs?
No doubt. No doubt. But what I'm saying is I don't think people that grew up in a suburban area, I don't think they're walking around like or going to school like I gotta, I gotta keep the ice grill on, like niggas let niggas know they can't fuck with me. Like I don't think motherfuckers is going to school like that out in the suburbs. Like you said, bullying still happens because there's multiple ways to actually be a bully and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think nobody's going to school or walking around the suburbs like, you know what I mean? Like I always use, going to King as an example. Yeah, it's like, yo, I wasn't kid, like dog, like you can't. Niggas wasn't walking around smiling in King, like, well, you know what I'm saying?
He definitely was.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what part of King you was at.
Me and King,
my crew was smiling.
I was posted up on the third floor, posted up.
Yeah, I don't know why you lived in a nicer place in the neighborhood than I was. My crew was smiling. We was all happy.
Well, no, and that's the thing.